We are back to the studio. Honorable, no one who got some, so that's all 4 minutes. Muka issue no. Yes, we are seeing now admit say Russia-Ukraine war at the impact about Oko Europe by to me by COVID-19 and so the impact about Obia Eye. Is it always about highlighting the challenges are Russia-Ukraine war, COVID-19 diaba than telling Ghanaians why so far all this impact abano government has put in place these measures to make sure say ordinary Ghanaian will not face the real and the rigor of the current crisis.
Yo, me that was it. Be they say me arise Ghana kasano one can say police for stop one from demonstration. The wadia to muse almost say anajono. Enuntina police for the court because police for who to me. I am be kasa omo mamunye. Inti court na ebe kan. Court si munya fine. Na yen nyina yon say anajono be a crowd me demonstration. Inti upe kra na utumi call the sitting president be ebe baso in the washroom crack or demonstration in the near future. If that's the precedent, I almost say set here, then we can do that. And no more opposition. Into who say clean, fair, so they can do. Ombeba bemo, make sure honorable, nama bisano. Because in the unlikely event, some beba bemo 30-50 years, make sure no. Say nyankupon e mami nkwa na metiasia me kra poma kra na me kwa kohwehwe no. Enti that is how it is. Enti na say eje woje bia ogina a obekasa. Master ni ye kan say yaban ejutumu pa say ni aban bia in the world ajiatumu say ahuchire aba. Obi ajiatumu aban bia ni ewiase a obekasa o say ahuchire mai. Essence between two countries, that is Ukraine ni Russia. Omo export to 40% of oil and gas. 40% in the world. Only two countries see and omo come. And between these two countries, omo export to wheat and grain 40% to the world. And omo come. So how do you expect the world to be stable? How do you expect it? Many will say fertilizer yedi equia we no answer the free. Fertilizer enunti na ekwayefo no bre no na enye nanado efumso enye obia fumso so we all equate no e de be ye kira fine say Ghanaians are more discerning enunti na obia be demonstration na o say o mo organize ye be hu do mo e be ba na ye wie no na hundreds eno because Ghanaians are becoming more discerning say we be kasa keke so my ye di nti ma mo kwan we just saw you last for 4-5 years ago. Without crisis. So how would Ghanaians trust you? How would Ghanaians trust John Dramani Mahama, the former president? How would they trust you? And nothing I won't say they see there is power struggle because they are seeing how would they even market him, package him again? Because they just saw him.
Why should that be your concern about not the issues?
Because me man who say they did worse when there were no crisis under that president. They did worse. And then Obiajiatu, including themselves. President in New York, former President John Dramani, Ejiatu say COVID in Ukraine and much impact on all economies in the world, especially Africa and his country Ghana. No onyabe do Ghana no asisana no e nanado na ye. Masa, ni America say your government edin hihie bebre aba. So who kai say government akati obia coupon na all man by 50%. So onim sir. Is it not a share?
Government kate full allocation to government officials.
Government officials.
50%. Me as a timamuni amesumito full.
How do I benefit? Government
how do I benefit?
At a point, government 80 liter so by 15 pesos.
Okay.
Now start no matter how big or small it is. What is say yati lorry face. What is say GPRTU ni pro to amwaka say 15% so akra na
15 pesos
per liter be after 15 pesos. Ebi see that or we are on country me. Things that we have done are very afa teacher for eduma chen any government in history. Are very afa doctors eduma than any government in history since independence. Are very afa nurse for eduma than any government in history. Abai ale lorry kwan e wo Ghana ha than any government in history. On catch them say yes na minye. And na manya catch you say until COVID best from 2017 to 2019 no. Na abai aye economy ni ye no be say we were ready for a takeoff. because you are moving on my abysmal performance of 3.4 GDP growth in 2016. By 2017 January take over, we move it to 7-point-something% and still rising and buying. COVID hit here.
Okay, before 2020, now economy no is so strong. I move.
Oh yes, from
before
what we inherited.
Teacher training alawa,
we restored it.
Alawa,
we restored
more restore, but they were in arrears.
We still restore.
NAPCO, offer to say MPs, District Assemblies Common Fund were in arrears. So what were the indicators at that particular time? No, that the economy was ready to take
when did they became arrears? 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, it was in 2020, 2021 they started arrears. And those were the hard, difficult times. 2017, Obian Kanfi, this former president, and also Kasemi.
Okay.
And now, and we restored them. Nursing allowance, we restored them. Backlog of teachers and nurses, I want me on fat. Because almost call IMF for credibility then. It's almost to me sure my policy credibility. And now, you see a better. We came out of IMF within a short time. We introduced the biggest intervention, the biggest flagship IFRE SHS. I've been seen that in the history of this country.
Honorable Mamema,
Mudia no compare here. Muntia free SHS, Muntia teachers allowance, Muntia nursing allowance, Mudia Fadum Somo for 5 years. Obra Mudi or how no Abebresa Mudia Firemo. And then with all the crisis in the world, Obia economy I say. And all the best to 2 years.
All right.
Honorable. You are not being fair to
Honorable Fofana,
Ghanaians.
I exceeded the time by 3 minutes. So I'll give you 3 more minutes for rebuttal. You also have 1 minute for rebuttal.
Opening me that was it. And I think my brother has brought me to the center where I want to play.
Okay.
It's here for Muntimi, this lazy government. MPP quadro. Me carry lazy a man for quadro buying. Time Oma befa Ghana. In now Kobang is a Kobabusia. Some will catch yourself for guarantee bra.
Yeah.
Fine. Omube Rabem and the 3 months. I can oforiata etumidi Mahama balance sheet. Edikoti $2.2 billion template. In there yetiha. The balance sheet that MPP has produced. You bet me even $1 billion. That is it. Because it is not say I can afford that to me cabro funtin or mama is asking. They look at the assets because you are representing Ghana, your performance level, and where you are, and son of mama $2.2 billion. Or to me from Mahama balance sheet Saako G Eurobond $11 billion. Can afford that any data bank, any other book runners. Can we say that today? That is why we look at the competence. And yes, and away when time during Rawlings time there was global recession. Ghana was thriving. Global recession that affected America, that affected Japan. Everything went down. Ghana was thriving. During Mahama time, there was Ebola. If you're not Kasakoho, he made sure he put systems in place. Ebola and Ghana.
Sure.
You get to that? We have a president that
COVID
Bagana.
So
COVID Bagana.
There's a difference.
And then listen, during Nyamika Choni said, we are looking at the competencies of the governors. Do you get to that? How do you prepare for a calamity or crisis? Send an air affected.
Okay.
I gave you the instance of Rawlings during global recession, the year 2000, and Bagana. I gave you the instance of Mahama. It means the government is prepared and competent. During Mahama, Ebola by Onankasakaho, we are preparing Ebola and Bagana. That is where we see because you are protecting your people. Nana Donyen Pipi about Fagana 47 Omuyen Kwa. But these are the presidents who protected the people. Now, when we talk about the GDP growth, in the year 2017, it was 8.13%. In the year 2018, it was 6.2%. Above from an apostle.
Above from.
That's right. When 2020,
still better than 3.4. Still better than your 3.4.
Please,
still better than your 3.4.
Then we move on to 2019. It was what? It was 6.2%.
Still better than yours.
Then we move to 2020. 2020
COVID,
and it was look at it.
And
0.4%.
And your COVID.
Okay. Look at we are at 0.4%. Now with this, we say it is COVID time. Yeah, jatum. And now manyama wow. Yeah, this come out. So what's our we are?
Oh.
The president has sold the World Bank money, $300 million. These are the people.
How?
Pierre Laporte, our country representative of World Bank. There possible to a press conference e Legon. E ho no koka say, "Hey, Minister of Finance akoka say yamomu $130 million." So it is not so. It is $430 million. So pure stealing of $300 million. These people, then we look at how was the GDP. You made the GDP at 56%. Today, as you speak, it's around 83%.
Debt to GDP.
Debt to GDP, sorry. Okay. Debt to GDP. Now, debt to GDP, it doesn't mean that the government is competent.
Yes.
It just a car, and those who say, 100 Ghana cedis are 83 Ghana cedis, who they could tear a car wadi.
Okay.
Until never 17 cedis.
Okay.
And so if we say people are incompetent, and so we are coming, and then you move the debt to GDP from 56% to 83%, do you sit down here and tell me that you are competent?
Okay.
These are the issues that are on the table.
Last
one.
Okay.
Let's give me last one.
Okay.
Maybe someone say, is doomsday or energy crisis created only in Mahama time? It started from Rollins time. Rollins time, no no ye. Osiabuaji thermal plant. Kufom resudie no ye. Or the asofo ko jina akoso mo down so mo bompaye. When mununu. We started and Atamis came to complete it. We started even that we project. Kwame Nkrumah only akoso mo down no shase. Omu buzi aban. Buzi aban konjasu. Andrew 1 year, waji 2 years salary advance, and nothing a project to stop here. So when you hear these people sitting down, talking me why people are suffering, then the demonstration must go on. They are very lazy government I've never encountered before. Let us go by figures to figures. If the inflation during Mahama time was 15%, and today we are 26%, do you call these people
27%?
27%. Do you call them competent? And
Okay.
that's school, mathematics.
Okay. Alhaji,
they
2
should
minutes.
stop worrying us
Alhaji, 2
with
minutes.
this lazy performance.
Okay.
Ask him the difference between 15 and 27.
Okay.
Now you say, competent.
Thank you very
and
much.
And then you ask him about the debt to GDP. Now you say they are competent.
Okay.
Very shameful. But do you know something? They still have the guts to be talking. That means that they have something like, excuse me to say, devil spirit.
That's
in
democracy.
Them. They still talk.
That's democracy.
They still talk to us that we should listen.
Okay.
That's why I say, excuse me, with all due respect to the listeners, I just use that example. So they should forgive me about it. But I am so surprised that MPP person stand up and talk. Why is there even the traffic light that is managing is not working? The MPP person stand up to talk. Why is the fuel prices and the energy sector levy, the money they have taken to collateralize and take a loan and chop? So where do we? In fact, I feel pain for this lazy government.
May God give you heart. Alhaji.
God will give me heart.
Alhaji,
thank you very much.
Very lazy people.
Alhaji, 2 more minutes to wrap up on this, and then we move on to another issue.
Done?
I am not talking to you.
Sure.
If they don't give me time, let's move
Alhaji,
on.
address me.
Let's move on. Let me address them.
Still talking.
And let me show them. No, you are not controlling me.
Alhaji, don't
look at the mess that they live at the financial sector.
Alhaji, address me.
Yo.
Behaving like thieves, still defending.
2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Let me say, Okasano Okan about Ebola. Ebola is for only 3 countries: Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. And Ghana. Mahama Nyeshi on close borders and on close airport and on Yeshi. As I say, on Yeshi, we are on Tremi share or ye. The infant compare ye dear no crana, a global and also every single country in the world, and your COVID. Mudianu ye Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. A honey kaya de koye. Now so international community every John Mahama Sika. Millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Say young find camp Ghana ha. John Mahama time. Ebola. Yes.
How much money?
I can't get the total, but he knows it.
Okay, hold on.
He knows it. You can cross check it.
I'll cross check.
They brought him hundreds of millions of dollars. Say on find Ebola camp Iwahanomo. Say near to say rapid response. Emma 3 countries. Now so where is the money? Did they account for it? Check for me. Did they account for that money? Number 2, odi incompetence to 2 years. You were incompetent when there was no any crisis. So incompetent. Ye sika mu wia wo krom ha. Ye hu ni nyina. Ye de anu de perception na we are sika na we are for sika na you can say it. Yes, because you are in opposition. And we are proud to say in our time maka about nyama ya ye teacher for ya fa muntumi mfa for 4 years of Mahama's administration wantuma mfa ejuma ye ni ba akupu because for IMF any man with conditionality is share say muntumi mfa government worker. If I'm lying when you come tell me where he employed wantumi mfa teacher for wantumi mfa nurse for wantumi mfa doctor for 4 years of John Mahama owie ye be ka kire say ye winam na kan amana ka do mpensu aka ho master for 4 years now to teachers allowance ni nursing allowance no na eno nso where was he? Where was honorable then? That time no na hwe see o or can about inflation anyway yadiatum na there is a cause for it mudie na e cut to 15.7% or so until January 2017 no na hwe see ye ba ye no ye di ba form am obi ehun the 7% ye di ba ye for 3 years before COVID. It tells you that we are more competent than yourself. And I mean, can say every single social intervention in this country, every single one of it, yeni edi baye. Until ye baako factory baako pe a omusiye. Even the defunct Commander factory, nkuma ne siye. Muna mubegu no Rollins PNDC, NDC. And amusi mu kwa kwa yeni ye. Mwantumi anye. Muba be free abe mu aka 2 months ya election no. And muko to siture 400 bags. A level no Commander Sugar Factory. Edi betre Ghana for say be to abama and I want to amamo. You see over 106 factories and running. If you go to Yakatem say me boana. Ye rose. I have shown everything that we have done. Mumu nye bida. Ya nyama ya ye masa the single biggest way ya ye wo krom ha that will stand out till Christ come. Free SHS. You bastardized it. Muka say ye this is small before and let me did you say wo bank obia wo nana bi free SHS or didi anopa ewie anwumre yenya ne scan wo he ehi na ne yenya scan free ye call COVID mo we demonstrated our competence ye chensuo free ye che light free for lifeline for about a year ya nya na teacher for ye mo betra fie for 1 year omo nko school and try there nkwada no so wo fie na so ye call so atwa teacher for the whole year. And last but not the least, under COVID until today, irrespective of the hardship or your own difficulty, edwumaye for omo ko edwuma na busumu a ye twa omo ka. Even in COVID, the height of COVID, ye twa obi aka. Can you do that under John Mahama? Can you do that? So who is more competent?
Let's move on to another.
That is the difference.
Let's move on to another issue. Yemko ejura afimweni ejura de course so etututuo na se mentimu wa se course ma amabru ni behwere mo nkwa no na otwe we na ye afe nhia na ntina na matram kwanya wo ejura ne mpatamu etimi afahye de kan etimi adwetwe nkomo na wiase mpeni se de ntie edi afihia na ne ne amanyina no se trans ne adwendwene abon kompone abon konte awe se de sie no de ne eto afa ho na de ne betuma ye de afa ho a ebi ensa enkoma me hyase fa free Alhaji honum Alhaji eyi enie eye adwura ensensem e de bai can we say Ghana yatimi handle eye adwura situation no measures be ne put in place eye commission of inquiries of course or report or the bai have been able to deal with issues those that supposed to be punished and are punished or those that supposed to be compensated you know ya compensated on na fikura lessons be na yesua e de afisa hanumu a year ago pacho we 8 minutes
yo mi da wase ne di kan mamin ma omo hwe omo kwa wo ejura city duma se yakọ it's very painful, very painful, more so when ejura is also Miami village. In fact ya nana no mu na chichiri kro no nti na ukọ ho no ma hu srimfo more chen ye settlers but hu ye more chen ye nua no ma kamfo a omo ye indigenous no ya nana no na all the MPs in Ejura, the NDC MPs, Mpangabo, ni Sisi Abawa, nyina ye mi brothers.
Okay.
We happen to be in different political parties. Kaka ye kan ho asem wo hwe ne nkwa no. Me na me ye MPP card, party card ma no 2011.
Okay.
I was then the parliamentary candidate for Accra here. I was so.
Okay.
I was MPP parliamentary candidate for 2012.
Okay.
Me na me here in card man because that is my constituency too as well. Nti kaka ni nuanum me no I can ho wo no may their soul rest in peace. Let me say the government has done its bits. God willing. Ye nyet rabofo. Nti me ka say ye bibia ma na ye kama. But I will say never again. We are dreni a utimi America na se me de oya obi na ye ka. Na se bibi ba ne ye pese di amanyosem efremu a sa na eba no kaka nye NDC ni na wakoye fix the country ni. Kaka nso oni ni na ado ana MPP e na oye ni social media yi no. Only 2 boys na ye si achi omo no. Omo na omo nyina ye police station executive of MPP. Omo nyina ni kaka ni na omo ye police station executive of MPP. Ti onu omo na e wo omo private ntokwa bi. One say every polling station executive nso ono ni MP ye close. Na ye MP no ono na wabe ye MC. Ti omo nyina na e wo ni nchen. E na wo kaka oni omo nya asem nti utwe wo ho. E na ntawatawa ya di asem ba ye. But in the course of the way no ye hu say ni bra pinyin ene obi hu say ono ye sade no because the story no it's a long story and it's very sad. Offering Nigeria no buy minim ni maami minim ni papa minim omu nyina e na oya obi wo nimu esan say ni ma o si ni maami di ni sika nyina ya hwe kaka ni kaka ma nti that mekun no taka until that thing happened. That is how come maami na owo fie no mu no a ohun sin no see aye ka say omo tu free ho no esan she saw it. She even called kaka's wife well now omu nyina ho obi ehun e na government no so did what is expected of the government. Yes, set up a committee, 2 committees. Police for koye omudi report no by ohun ya. Me nim say wa han ka me send am ma. You can see direction ade no ko. And a committee no kan kasa be public hearing. Mo bi ehun ye. Be bia ade no senia e ba ya be do time kaka ehwere ne nkwa. It tells you what really happened. Enti say government no echi omo nyina nipa mienu na oni kaka e wo tawatawa no e na ni bra penyin no edinu omo kotu mu for almost a year, about 9-10 months. E na yaba omo yen man kwada mienu no bill 2 weeks ene ma kaka brother no so bill. But the government per the committee we no recommendation e compensate all the deceased family no. E compensate of 2.5 billion old cities. That 250,000 current money. Na Thursday no na enya 1 year. But Friday no omo ye ade omo call cemetery in way and I nua a former constituency secretary kwa MPP ono kura na di anim idi na ye call ye omo ye kan say cemetery no ye call ye bibia and adwura hini medanase odi ne ho agi mu ensure say ya ade no mana ye kama that unity I wo adwura because this is nothing to do with political na fix the country afamu didi sika na ye di man kwada no busuafo makogi sika ni bi say mu call court mu fa lawyer ma omo
face the country for
face the country for omo fa lawyer omo I have everything here. I can show it to you.
Okay.
Yes. Omo didi omo sika say ye fa lawyer for ye say enu nso ya dane ho nso chop ena ye kasa ikura no omo se omo nso ompese ombe ye omo ye say enu de ye engine tum esa say ya ye eyi no ye mpe political tension e wa adwura enti ne ewo mu ni say mumma adwurafo ye sremufo ene ye san ye muslims ya ye yie wo masalachi mo ohini no a demonstrate ama ye nantwe ye kum ye bibia kama ye mpe political tension e wa adwura esa say nuanom inti fix the country for omo pe baby entra adwura ye need that fix the country be na ye fix it mo am fix ansa na ye ba mo fix ya anka say ye mba mo to me am fix inti ye two mu free okonya with the biggest vote in the history of this country and am ba second time to with the second biggest vote because 517,000 difference. It tells you no NDC nipa atumia BT MPP ni with that margin because 92 was no election. We all know what went on in 92. Wahoo, it was a military government or metamorphosis in where ballot boxes were snatched, people were beaten, even their own chairman in a friend is saying the constituency close to Takoradi. Didn't share his papers more store more she say a man is cast on by NDC and this kind of things that happened in 92. We have always said there was no election in 92. NDC cannot beat NPP. The year I said NDC to me beat TN, that was 2020, when COVID was highest hit. Now COVID, no be a brainy a chair, be an sunipa.
You mean NDC can never beat NPP in election?
I'm telling you.
But you lost 2008 election. You lost 2012.
I'm bringing you 2008. Look at what happened. In the first round, we beat them with 103,000 difference. Ask him. But the parliamentary majority now, how could they beat us? The campaign in the second round was Yanya parliamentary way into into boom.
In 1 minute, can you say police for that matter, security agencies now learning lessons from how they handle a jury issue, a resources to additional 2 deaths? Can we say Oman learning BBA? Yes, BBA free say they see ABC.
That is very unfortunate. I mean, they've learned a lot from it, because of the way they handle the situation. During the committee, someone handle situation, and even subsequently, which I think the police must sit up. They must sit up. And I mean, find politics. As I say, the police must sit up. No, show crowd control. It's not the best, because obi bet me atraha essence of politics I justify say na nkora no tututu based on pictures. Me cry a lot of films from the cemetery say they start here. Anything could have happened. Okay. Wow, in sense of police phone so nipa. When you begin stoning them and coming on them, ahomu call metini on water cannons, then you chase them until they start calling for reinforcement, because the whole thing was the guy has been killed. Very unfortunate. And ayako see why say mo bebe krum nkwadane ameka omo asema ye loko omo ka ho ni bra no ho no mo call mo fie ko se omo dan mo nyama nyina mo call MPP office, mo call MPP's bases omo tra ebubu nyama ni nyina. Me were pictures too of some of them that we have done for them, that I and my former chairman to me enyan krofo ma omo ko sisi ma omo. It's very unfortunate. Any political. Okay. That is where the thing is. If we take politics out of Niebesibia, near Shen holistically, the way said at the NTA, more so when Kaka was not NDC, has never been NDC, has never been fixed the country. That is when we'll begin to fix our problems. That is when who say Ghana no idea. Ye na or Chinansu yebetimi. Okay.
Honorable Ashiamah, me pacho
I don't know
every time
what time also 8 minutes. Ejura, any lessons the way forward?
Yo, Ejura any lessons no dear. Say na menia e kasa no. O si ne kasa ma kire me say o ka kanye NDC ni. Nti e kire say omo na ese so mo kon masem. But I will talk to that.
Address me.
Ghanaians,
address me and the viewers.
And the security agencies are my focus.
Okay.
But before we come to that, it is my 8 minutes. Let me use my 8 minutes.
On this one, because another issue, Baba.
In Zambia, I make first no man. It is my 8 minutes. 3 minutes, cram the baby fast. Sure. My young country MPP for say. Say because from Mamu for Ghana for say ye ninyan sound. They should not take us if we don't have brains. Say ne yeti ho esu say Ukraine for any Russian to wanting a come asi okroma. Then why do we vote them into office? Why are they in the office? Then they should leave the seat so that the Vladimir Putin and Zelensky should come and manage this country. And you will say Africa leaders should go to what Vladimir Putin Esrenu say Jain Tokwane Bianimbra, a population of 44 million, and Ombema Biani to a population of close to 1.2 billion, and MPP government too is supporting that. Yes, Kamwaji, some we are planting for food and job. In then I hear value for money. That is it. And we are thinking about global support in terms of food. Is that what you promise Ghanaians? Ye ni assassin. Onwe jura or bon assassin ho. Any one of you Jura farms. So MPP, how did you advise the Minister of Agric? Say a Jura farm, sir. Ye nim say time ami bra ye agric officer. Ye be a bro. Okay. How did you advise them?
Okay, now let's talk about Jura. Yeah, ba a transport.
Minister di we omukranu I can't ma bon no
yeah, transport first, maybe you can link that one.
Meba, uma mi time mi si abude ma nkasa. E ka omu bo de won so mu mbo. Mahama e ka sen no de Ghana. From Nkrumah to Mahama, 122. And another kwa within less than 6 years, 269 billion. And who the come? Now it is only somebody who is trying to be so mischievous as MPP people. And I better say 4 years in this country they didn't employ anybody. That is class kindergarten talk. Can you stay in this country once every year people go on retirement? That you will not take people. It is a kindergarten talk. And we are matured beyond those things. Now, Kaka Samnu, may he so rest in peace. Nananuma ye 1 year on. And then Omususu Saka said, oh, they pray that such a thing never again should it happen.
We hope so.
Nana Berima Oseishi there. Ni Mpenyufo ni Zongo Mpenyufo. Misusu ni Penusa. So there should be peace everywhere in this country. But when peace is seen to be disturbed by the people we expect to maintain peace, no hardly. Say police for any soldier for mum, and now young fan will say the kafra ebusia for native for Kaka came from a family. Per his discussion and analysis, ebusia ni nekunu. Do you get it right? Ebusiani na esakoku we Nasiru ana
Afufro mienu na mbeka.
Afufro Nasiru Yusif and Mutala Muhammad. Ebusiafo na eku 1 and 2 they hin edoso enye 2. Now if the people we are paying to maintain peace and order mom na eku 2. Why is ebusiani akumba akwa? Then you ask yourself, say, Nipa yetu anuka say, you should maintain peace and order.
For now, we can't say Busiani ni kum kaka because at least that matter before court.
Follow reports.
He was making reference to.
That is what I expect you to. That is what I'm thinking of.
Because he made reference to. He made reference to Mamino could give you account. Tenant and Wufio could give you account.
Or course, Wakatro said Ninianu free Nigeria by what?
I say of free Nigeria.
So what evidence do you need?
But he made reference to that.
He's from Nigeria.
No. What? So it is a family issue, is that not it?
It is a family issue.
Yes, according to him, it's a family issue. Now the people we are paying. Why should they kill 2 more people? Why should 2 more people die? That is what we are. That is my point. We cannot be paying people, and they rather should be what? Meting atrocities on us. That should be the question. Why should they behave so? And so we are looking for justice for them. So people can say NDC for. Yes, are NDC not Ghanaians? Are NDC are they not Ghanaians?
They are.
So they cannot talk when something is happening to an NDC person. When who Abuabi or Namwa Ekacha say when I friend NDC. It is just a political party. Just as NDC. But we own ourselves as Ghanaians. Inti Semi who say Obi power as well. I need not ask you that which party do you belong to and send us a meeting as a who. That should go inside the head of the MPP people when they are talking. Man Koyo say NDC for looking for justice for Kaka. It is the Kaka does not belong to NDC. That is childish talk. We must protect each other, irrespective of our political parties. And that is not alone. Don't kwa yekunu onkronza. Enye police for asem na akachi no ko. Sure. Etu ayatu Techima South. Enye security agencies. Aya also West Ogun. Enye police for na etutu wa. So those are the people we have to take to task. Do you get it? Not the civilians. Because when we are going to meet people who are demonstrating, as a police person, you've been trained. A lot of money has been released to the security services for you to protect the citizens with shields, with water cannons, but not live bullets. No, I don't think there is any crowd control situation that should be taken with live bullets.
1 minute.
So that is what the NPP people should know. So we are looking for justice not only for Kaka, but Yusif, and then Mohammed, and Donko, and all those who have been killed under this government. The government that is led by our president.
Government are compensating the bereaved family. Teaching afu from no movie with 250,000 Ghana cedis. Say, though government cannot bring their dead back to life, but at least they should the cost of my care should.
My brother,
can't we comment government?
I am not going to talk about compensation. What in me brother Kai or say they fix the country for as I could just can. I am not here to talk about money. I am talking about life. Okay. Life that must not be lost.
Okay.
Do you get it right? So if government will continue to kill and be giving compensation, you want me to clap for you? No, I don't belong to that group.
Okay. Now, you be a phone lines, no, at the atum patch, you bet me a friend, also about wadwe, but some tabby goose air channel, a man penny for Nobia at least 2 to 3 minutes, and I am fan rapid way up. A GPRT4 proposing additional 15% a year transport fares. At the Abomiches baby petrol bonus here, it's also first almost betting here increasing already. Numbers in the screen is 0200854255. Let me try to home. I'm sure I'm free. Honorable Yusif, honorable 3 minutes. GPRT for 15%. Considering the fuel price, is it okay? And it's too high.
Yo, me that was it.
Quick one, I'm in fact calling. Yeah, the baby room, sir. Hello, caller.
Yeah, my brother.
The patrol did baby a free.
What Flamet says, AKA Abenon Quanta, the Castle Sea Botana in Western region.
Patient opening.
Yomunia. In fact, yes, in Yama, also a Wagana, or ya system, or ya local. It was so much Nado, Gana for my solid Yakasa. You realize the way you will clean one Casa with money. In the bamboo upon a bamboo nijuma ewa mine. In the water idea one talk, and what to leave for done that is here in a water for men design of bois. Na Puficum se casi mix again of war, after again for Yati. Nothing is yet to Abba, Yadema Nana, Adodan quite a kufu Abba, or mine or mine this yapini. Papa not more kind again of one chassis, after Yati who's a ampa. Open you could come to Nasa Mokachla and say, I'm a young to Abba MPP Abano, yet to Abba Moania, or mine a bobble, after you, Papa no umbrella no begging a war.
Okay.
Because then of your strength and your strength you.
Okay.
You would have made you do.
Okay.
But it was a mama come on.
Yeah, that's you are from Western region. Also, bet me about one soon as wait me actually wide na yanko yanim honorable me pacho yanko.
Yo,
15%.
Yo, me that say, answer I'm about 15% in a minute, you know. And then honorable amemo who said time or more mono police phone could be a son say yemre and a police for air kunipa. Omo mono na ye can say with D4 arm robbers no money ho e bi ni wiase hanina and then omo buy na yaw pa so we a politician now kasasa me dey mean kasa is saying childish talk. Okay. Only he said it 4 times. But me with the temperament to take it because I don't think honorable will be much older than I do or much knowledgeable than I do. But AFA, democracy no, but I'll beg that anywhere he sits, he should take that childish stuff from his.
So first,
I don't think so.
So first point cleared. First point cleared. Hello, caller.
Good morning.
Pacho, did you be a free?
I am from Ruben, Mr. Ashiamah.
Pacho, ain't you?
Also, a kata fa ye fuel asemno kakra. I think say MPP for woman transina woman nye woman juma ni yi. Because fuel price are ye ji wo Ghana hano. Uko Burkina Faso a Burkina Faso price fuel wo e wo funkra si ye Ghana die no. Nti se wo mo ka say for any boy dey e wo wet market a na Burkina Faso for e be ji fuel e wo habo ha asana wo mo di akọ Burkina Faso akọton this year ye juma ni ye driver fi ko Burkina Faso to ma say juma na me ye ko to fuel wo Burkina Faso ye subsidy into safer yɛ de atɔ fuel ansa na yɛ de ayɛ adwuma.
Okay.
Ɛwɔ de abaga na ha. Ɛna wɔn bae na wɔn ka kyerɛ sɛ NDC foɔ yɛ incompetent. Nti sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ yɛn nso yɛn fɔ wɔn saa deɛ a ɛnna wɔn hwɛ wɔn adwuma no a wɔn yɛ no wɔn hwɛ ne yie na beebi a ɔman ne kɔ no ra akɔmu di yɛ brɛ.
Okay.
Sɛ ɔno ɔsi ɔnim a midi tu ne so NPP ne no na ɔka kyerɛ Nana Akufo-Addo sɛ beebi a yɛ aduro no yɛ brɛ.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's papa. Yeah, that's papa. Honorable Twaso Pato so betimi afrɛ.
Na omomre so no ye wokrom ha na Honorable JB Dankwa. Ye fro ne pun ekokun no under John Mahama. Then omo ye fa ho. Eno no man ti Honorable say wa ba abonti a wo say o fight ama obi a ye ko no. Omo DC e won kwanta. Ewudifo ekokun. Omo DC me boy won ka say o twantro. So many things happen. The Ashiamah hini ewo Amasama area. Ye bonu tuo masa. So those things Edrano Nana don't onti ho no mu.
Okay.
Nana don't nye police ni. Ntu di amanyo sema. Na nkrofo won se wo na wo ye childish talk.
Okay. All right. Ye ba yen san ko ye
ko me respond better.
Hello caller.
It's okay.
Hello.
Me pacho din ba bia frefe.
Pacho ye sen Adam me kasa fi nom na ba.
Pacho ntio.
Yo, me da ti. Unto nyam ko posro fi why.
Amen.
Me da ti pa. No, entity me na owo ni. Entity be ye no man ko yi. No man ko yi wo Ghana ha na ye ka. Na omuti o e defendi. Ani so e dey no me ntia o. No man ko yi. The bia edi, obia esu na ye ka. Anything you can also defend Mahama Tam. Also, no, what you are doing with the coronavirus grab with Tama. What I'm putting 1 year to Kapa, about Dia. And the other half one of coronavirus by Anna. Right? And the Papa now to work as a ministry. What I say?
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's part of what match that wadwin. Okay, on number 1 more minute.
Ka say mo no earlier no. Emi say me ko kan oil ho asem and fuel ho asem. E kan say fuel 1 barrel is $74 a barrel. Just last 3-4 months ago. Now money so on the international market to about $133. That's almost 100% increase. Me nuanu mo amofre. Mo bisa mo kan kire me. Say mu aban na mo kan say ye no. So no notice so anka de no obeye. Master, my children, she aye government nso aye to mitigate that way no pressure no. Mr. Tia with the coupons, with the conferences, ehun hianing na ya cancel with the buying of vehicles. Emma, you can say Jumaye for
conferences no see hu hia.
That be near hu hia. On the conference bi ho no a. Nyɛ that important you be fasika na wa ko amameni those ones ni na ye can say omo nyina entwa so ansa ye san hihie ni nyina etu ho no mo na obi wo line so
ma me fa na ntisi hello caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pacho. Did baby afrefe?
Yeah, me Pacho, you're from Daniel. Me Pacho.
Pacho ntio Dani.
Officer, me Pacho
Me Pacho ntio.
Aha. Apama working na me so mpera me kakra. Na mo tin de. Me pete kind of food na yes me pone. Ghana nkefo no so ete Yaloshama MP na NDC. Wọ́n Ghana on kọ́ni yín lẹ́dà.
Okay.
Because the uncle our play the aya ti bi da na mpanyinfo te ma ẹgbẹ́ nìkẹ́ tẹ̀fọ́ na fọ́fọ́ sọ nsanambra. Na sẹ fọ́fọ́ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó yẹ adé ọ̀nyẹ na dẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹ̀sán bá. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ tún mi kyerẹ́ mu ọ̀wé bi a ne bẹ́ẹ̀ tún àdó àkyàsó no. Ndeme bi a mi yẹ nkɔyɛ iye nkɔyɛ nti na ekosua adwepim nti wɔn nsɛm mi bi o na ma mba mɛpa ma meyɛ mistake mu na nsɛm mi yɛ bi o. But the six years aka yɛ dɛn di sifo ma oyɛ ne nyinaa na ɔyɛ papa na Ghana fo na sabi na yɛ ma adwepim ana yɛ to abɛtie wɔn ɔno yɛ mi problem because mi ne ma papa na ɔyɛ kɔ sɔ big one oyi yɛ dum so. Posto lukui papa da yo wewu It's some control that is because of them code.
Okay.
Let's get them there. No, I am not. And I'm the man and the men people that are done. I can live here.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Uncle Danny from here, Takrade, and on the way free. About Alhaji 1 minute wrap up on that.
Me wrap up. Ukoto sa from one free amanone. $133 from $74 a barrel to $133. Uba definitely ni bobe kosro kakra. E kosro na trotro ni driver ekoto oil na ano fuel na ebe kosro kakra. Ono nso okofa nyama na market woman no nso no odibi beka ho. Intina wan chain no se ne etia ama nyama bo ayedin. Enye obi na abo ne timu po. Se ne sei mimi yo aban mi ye president nanado. Intima top fan go ni bo e wo
so justify GPR to for betum
justify na ye ka kire Ghana for se ne omo atia ye ase e bedu pepe so aye wo yi. Bear with us. Esan se ne ekoso no no e wo the whole world. O mai bia e wo wiase mu esu. Na se ne be ya kakra no ye be free sa o hayo mu. Na ya
last caller me pacho dey ba bia free fiminia.
Okay, Mr. Wonto, if I'm Isaac, because I'm free, Nadina.
Pacho into.
Okay, Mpensenmpensenmu, honorable say, and Kamahama and this one. And the boy, you know, and I gave him there. I gave him times 2. Ashiamah, Ubu the Mapot here. Ubu the Mapot here. We did an account before the Dianfat Mapot. Which means, say, Aquano, like the meeting and students like that. Young town. And Yako Connie, then only the PR, the sick plane, my or Coba. He said, the childhood, one meetings in Wasina or Wayano, and any. Udu Ghana airport APR Minamo. Or Omnam Sapin, ono Sapin. It's a matter of time. What the last time on Odu airport? And coming to and then he blocked now, on what you see, I come to it to Asukra. And Kamahama to Swank, I don't need what we can do.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Papa.
You don't need you.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, for BABM. Okay, Honorable Ashiamah also 2 minutes on the year GPR2 for proposed 15%. It's not 2 minutes. Oh, so only the breaky is 2 minutes. So the winner continues.
Me paucho me dawase na etie for susu me damase na ewo mni se senka efiewura wo fia owo nkoda 5 e kom di omu e no manya aduane ma nipa mienu a efiewura na ezo ka odi kan didi ana nkoda wu ni wuyere mu ti ho mu wo nkoda 5 aduane amanya no ye nkoda mienu de wu ni wuyere na be di kan didi
ye nyama ye ntoma ahefo
nkoda na ezo mu didi o. Now, if we have unions in this country who can come out boldly to say that we'll fix a price at this percentage, then we have incompetent government. It is all the unions have their leadership in the government. But Musena are buying their own to me in the kind and the catcher say, free so and so down, yebetu, ana yebetu mana, yebema GPR for 2 million. Because several of them committing ANFA. Very wicked government, MPP government. Very, very wicked. And very wicked finance minister. Omuna yewo. Say you turn net fuel at 100% increase in price. Say you do oil Ghana. Inti ya chefa say 100% increment in sales. What did the president or the government
do? 14 being called.
Yes. Say first, say 1 million. Say, ye chef man. In there, fuel prices are cost. Now say, ye saying about 2 million. Diana by ye matimemu for almost. That is what we should be asking ourselves. It is only kindergarten person who catch up say ye into oil or Ghana.
Honorable.
We drill all here.
Honorable, with the greatest of respect.
No, I didn't mean anybody. I said it is only a kindergarten person.
Okay, so you are not referring to.
No.
Okay, all right.
I just said kindergarten. No, I'm sure I didn't. ono be ka tell say yentu oil yetu oil yeton ye chefa abanji hu sika edie no ye
NTN2 15% na is it not too harsh?
No, man kasa muntum esese aban ya bibi aban person no di candidate me and sana ne nkoda be didi because when na Mahama government no ohun say de bia or subsidize fuel a edika eba e na wodi de energy sector level special level e bi ba ye aban a also mu ye competent na mu di akondama mu odi sa fund nu odi akosi awawa inti sese nu sikanka sese mu fa boye nu omodi agilo na didada
okay
afa ye tofu asusu nu crude oil nu mu fa hu sika
okay abusia for
ekosro mami land
yes
yes why invite me unti na matami
sure
you see
30 seconds
Ebani nyina ni we nyina no abadi ho why can't you tell driver say metim fu asu kakra na
mo atu tom kakra okay 30 seconds on Alhaji
mo aka kire driver force pay
okay 30 seconds
masa na ewo mu ni say osi etufu oil wa ha no a daily discovery where I to no 174,000
barrel a day. Okay.
Nigeria to over 2.2 million. Midi uba okay, CNT na ukofa rough road so. And I use no oil products ni nyama ya importable from her. It's almost 500,000 barrels.
Okay.
We na ya import.
Okay.
So you can't compare. Wow, esan say ye kura no ye refining wa ha. Say be refining kura na ye ntumi. Your refinery cannot take more than 60
products.
Yes. Inti bibi ayo toba. Okay, ya toba. Seni amumu toba.
Abusia fuare baba kwa meri jumadi ni na LCA. Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashiamah ye former MP Buem. Sanso Alhaji Yusif Fofana. Governance spokesperson the social service.
You have ruled this country more than any government.
Abusia for this about Japan.
You have ruled this country more than any district. And why? And 43 years,
very shameful government, very gentleman like this.
Yesterday was 3 years.
Why can't you say a gentleman?
You are not wicked.
Wicked people.
Very